Hello, and welcome back to space exploration. I really like the look of this. I still have a few things to fix. Get 2 fluid trains set up. Which can wait, I can delay that for a long time. Get more tanks here and I can just sort of forget about it while I get the more important stuff set up first. Because the most important thing to get working on is the spaceship, or the rocket, which I need to fill up with appropriate items so that I don't have to deal with not having items when I get there. How do I have... Oh, no, I don't have... How's there excess liquid rocket fuel? That doesn't make sense to me. Well, it's weird. I need to... This one will be flying to... way out here in Hagen with a 93... Oh, good thing I did that. More rocket fuel. Hagen, I think, is where I'm going. And I have to set up all this stuff. First and easiest step is picking up that. Bring it to this real quick. 48, so if I'm bringing more than 50, I'm fine. More than 80. Just 1 stack of heat exchangers. 1 stack of heat pipes. 2 stacks of heat pipes. 1 stack of heat exchangers is enough. Bring an extra little bit of that. I need to make the nuclear reactors. I need to prepare fuel, which will basically be picking it up and putting it in the rocket. I probably, running this base, I consume 0.6 per minute. Which means if I bring 200, it will last for plenty of time. But maybe more than that. Maybe 1,000 would be the safest. But I need to bring pump jacks based off of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay, 2 stacks of pump jacks will be more than enough to make it work. But maybe I should bring 3. I might need more pulverizers, but if I bring... $20, 34 pump jacks, 3 stacks is a good amount. I'm not bringing any rail stuff. I'll bring a couple stacks of pumps. I'll bring a lot of belts. These are a few generic materials. I'll bring maybe 5 sets of those. That should be more than enough. Because I probably don't need most of them. That's been filled in. I don't have the necessary warehouses because I don't have that automated. it's simple enough to work with. While this is going, and I'm getting my pump jacks delivered. That's still going just fine. This is fine. This is not. Okay, this actually is fine. It'll last a while. So that can sit there. This should trigger if I just leave it running, so it won't ruin anything. Jacks, I need normal electric furnaces and the special ones. Look at this factory planner. I need to make Cryonite. This is the end point. If I want to make 120, yeah, 5 of those. Then I need to produce the powder. How does this work? I go here and go granite rod. Yeah, it is just 2 and 2 and 1. Okay. Oh wait, I need to check. This is producing unspecified temperature steam. So I might need to adjust, but if we make both of those, the steam, I'm gonna say that it's 100 for now. 500 to make it work? I don't know. 10, 100, sure. And the water feeds back in here. And I just need to deal with the sand. That is the ratio that I calculated before. No, that's half the ratio I calculated before. Okay. It doesn't look too bad. The megawatts of power is noticeable, but that is the entire chain for production. 5. Is that... the correct machine? Or is that generic? That doesn't look correct. Yes, it's the mechanical facility. Hello. Weird. Okay. How are you today? There. Fixed that. I added this factory thing. Okay, yeah. It's interesting that it defaulted to it. I didn't know, because I hadn't seen it. Because it was mostly irrelevant. And it will take a while, I think, before it will matter. Okay, factory plan is interesting. I'll incorporate beacons and beacon modules. Interesting. And then I could put a blueprint here. Cool. In your important... Oh, 0.3 of a boiler, that's fine. Making cryonite for your expanding space factories. Okay, still nowhere near full, but dump those, that, those. Can I save this? Move to archive, import, export. It's kind of cool. Has cryonite been... Like, I'm assuming you had something before and you're making it. You're improving on it. So it was hit by space lasers. Do you mean your planet had the coronal mass ejection, or are there other cases where you get space lasered? Oh. Well, that's kind of feels like it almost incentivizes putting umbrellas everywhere now just to be safe. What's this train? What is that train? Oh yes, my bad path for the ore. Why does it go that way? I thought I fixed it. Oh, it's coming from down here where the only path is there. Okay, I see the problem. I will let the problem fester for a bit. Give me some more big electric poles and more substations. It's gonna drop the tanks there. That sounds like very satisfying to get like your old destroyed setup mostly replaced. I hope I don't have to get a setup lasered though. I should ship some speed modules just because I have them. Normal electric furnaces. No train stuff. I already have some rocket fuel. Yes. I can only imagine what, so at base that would be 8 times faster than what I'm crafting with. And actually even more than that, because I assume you're using higher tier assembling machines. Or whatever equivalent. 8 times with a bunch of beacons has to be quick. Oh, green circuits are low. That's good. Too fast. Bunch of those is good. Okay. Yeah, that's... like, my current thing is just so slow that it's noticeable. That it's like... I mean, it's my setup is terrible. It's lacking that for some reason, which is because of steel. I'm lacking steel because I'm just lacking steel. That doesn't seem right. The steel comes from here. Oh, I broke that. How did I break that? I must have hit R accidentally and rotated it. That's unfortunate. at least your massive amount of effort does at least pay off. Or your large amount, I don't know. The eventual payoff is nice. Kind of like the... much more than the setting up of functional train stuff paying off very quickly. Okay, is the steel good? The steel is good. I could speed this up so easily. That's 50 seconds each. That's so slow. Oh, the issue is that I built this so poorly. I could fix it. I'm gonna leave it for now, but... tech is forever pushed back. Always delaying tech for progress to make tech faster, right? Okay, what is this? This is that. 400 more. Okay, let's just figure out. Actually, I had the mod do the math, so I can start trying to think of 5 industrial furnaces, 120 cryonite per minute feels pretty quick. If I was producing science at that rate, I would be able to make a lot of science. This uses 1 every 10 seconds, and I'm making 2 every second. Yeah, I don't think I need 120, and I am only going to stick with 120 because for now it's a nice ratio. But that seems like way more than I'll need right away. 2 cryo to 1 utility. Oh yes, the ratio to the actual packs. I'm also not accounting for the fact that they're crafted in the space manufactory, which cuts it down to an 8-second craft time to use 8. I'm just trying to think of the supply. If I have 120, 2 per second, so I could run 2 manufactories at that rate? If I was shipping it 100%, which is not going to happen. Yeah. I'm just debating whether I want to double... whether I want to plan to double this. Which isn't difficult. Planning to double it just means bringing more chemical plants. I'm already bringing 80 industrial furnaces or something because I probably have the space. Yeah, I think I designed for 120 because it's good numbers, and then I deal with that. Yeah, like it I probably can design for this and then move on from there. So I need one pulverizer. Granite crystal turns into this, that turns into that. If I go open Factorio, powder comes from cryonite. So the powder is the pulverizer. That's the first step. I still need to figure out what to do with the sand, but oh, my math was a little further off than I thought. 12. That's probably missing a step. Anyway, the math was wrong. So this will go here, and then it will enter a pulverizer there. The pulverizer will then go crystals and rods. which will just have to be splittered between the two, probably. 12 chemical plants. Ooh, that is a lot of odds per slot. It feels like a bad plan. It's also not spaced properly, but move this down one. The usual system. With both of these feeding in from somewhere over here. Probably better to just run it in a straight line instead of trying to do this. Yeah. And I guess from the perspective of this planet, ideally, this planet doesn't need to worry about the part construction yet. So the only limiting that should be designed around is how fast it can be filled, because everything else, maybe not the rocket fuel. The rocket fuel might be produced here. But the limiting parts probably shouldn't be produced here because I don't have iron on this planet. And if I get 120 per minute, ten minutes fills 12 slots. Nope, fills half that many. 10 minutes fills six slots, which is very, very, very slow. Yeah, it's just slow. So it definitely needs to be faster than that. If I want to fill rockets at an approachable, usable speed. This can be copied pretty effectively that way, I believe. These would consume 1.3 per minute, which means 45. I could run 30 of these about without any modules added. So I could easily run double this on one line, on one belt, which would not be too bad. Yeah. 40 hours to fill is a lot. That would be unbearable. 5 of these that take both products from the pulverizer and the chemical plants, combine it with oil. So oil is going to come in from there. So mine load into there appropriately. This probably needs to move over a bit. leave space. So that's minimum. This does not have pass through, which is unfortunate, but not surprising at all. I hate that the model doesn't rotate. It makes it consistent, I just kind of wish it did rotate. This might be worth... the productivity throws everything into whack. Currently I have the water that I need to deal with, and I have nothing planned for the sand yet. Which actually, if I go here, if I click, I don't. I add landfills? One? How do I... I thought landfills were made differently. Yeah. Beacon, I'm not gonna think. I just don't know if... productivity 2s... are worthwhile. I doubt the productivity 2... Actually, it might be worth it here. Probably not, but maybe the numbers work out if I just productivity everything. No, they don't. Can I cancel? Clear that? Okay, good. I just like nice numbers. Yeah, I'm just thinking about... Oh, does it not allow... Oh, cool. I do a couple of those and a couple of those. Seems like an okay mix. That seems better. 3.6 is a pretty okay amount. If I have 4, it's too many, but it's fine. Yeah, just introducing a couple of those already reduces the number of machines required each. That brings it to less than a stack. It just makes it easier to ship all the components. Yeah. Well, like my cryo has... There's a lot nearby. Like I've got 27 million down here, 5.5 million. Like I don't think I need productivity. I'm just leaning away from speed for the power draw concerns. Where the productivities are nice because of... Well, actually, I guess the speeds reduce the number that I need anyway, because if it's... This is set up based on output per minute, not some set amount in a different calculation. Yeah. I think math-wise, there's enough... There might not be enough uranium. I didn't check, but there's enough iron, which this is all the iron I've found so far without rescanning it. But there's enough iron for a lot of uranium-based power. And like there's enough patches of uranium that I am expecting that setting up nuclear will be very safe. That gen is very odd. Oh, that's barrel. There's a lot of barrel here, which is good. Eventually. It's a weird cliff. This coal if I'm desperate, but I just need to think of how this iron will go. Actually, that's a great point. This has been being mined for a long time now. And I'm very fine. Oh yeah, but I do want to bring... I want to ship a few stacks of... Why did that not give me enough? Because I didn't... Okay. The name keeps not saving. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I'll figure it out. But I want to bring a few stacks of these to jumpstart power. Okay, that should be way more than enough. Get started. Ah. I would have had the stuff to craft, not solars, but like I might have had the stuff to craft the garbage fuel generators, so I wouldn't have been doomed, but I would have had to have made the like combustion burning nightmare generators that I haven't used since the very beginning. I'm gonna bring 5 stacks, just because this planet, this moon is 22%. Okay, that's closer to 4 stacks for what I want. I wanted the equivalent of, oh, never mind, I won't put it back in because I limited it. I'll leave it. Really should automate that. Soul is a great point. I would have definitely not considered that. I should think about... That's convenient. The main central area has no cliffs. That's good. I don't need to bring cliff explosives. I don't need these. I wanted to bring 50 substations. I'll bring 2 stacks of small electrics. I need to craft more big electrics, but that can wait. I need more pulverizers. Well, a stack of pulverizers is 5, so crafting 2 more should be good. Pulverizer times 2. Yeah, like the same, like the... Does it use the burner turbines, or does it work? Could you make it work with? I don't know how this fluid iso. I don't know what the purple thing is. Antimatter stream. It can burn one or the other, right? So, like if the Vulcan, not Vulcan. It is Vulc based, but I'm just not sure what the full name. I never remember it. If the Vulcanite. If the Vulcanite planet can make rocket fuel, that might be a place to use this. Even if other options would be easier. There might be a use case which would be fun, given that it has felt pretty useless so far as an option. could consider the flat solars, but I think that would be painful. Oh yeah, I'm not actually researching anything. Yeah, I guess it... Like, it looks... I guess it's a question of... Actually, I haven't checked. Is there a different... I didn't consider if there was a different oil. Because yeah, oil still requires water regardless, doesn't it? So even then it's... Other than shipping it in, it's probably not the best choice on a waterless planet. Oh yeah, there's other recipes for rocket fuel, isn't there? You can do the Pyroflux rocket fuel, which might be bad, I don't know about Pyroflux income. But Pyroflux rocket fuel, turning that into the liquid rocket fuel to do power on that vulcanite planet might be possible. It doesn't look good. The math might be terrible. Rocket fuel in this, it uses 1 per second for 2 megawatts, so it burns through... That's consumed. It says consumption is 60 per second, but its consumption is 1 per second for rocket fuel? I do not understand it. Yeah. Like, it's probably easier to not... Oh, it's 1 to 50. 50 liquid rocket fuel, if that burns for 50 seconds at 2 megawatts per second, I don't trust that, because it says the two consumption things on this tooltip feel inconsistent to me. But maybe it's 60 per second if it can take 60 per second, and the minimum is 1 per second. At 50 per rocket fuel. Which is 6 vulcanite blocks. There's no way that's efficient. That feels... There'd be 100... There's just no way. That doesn't seem likely to be a great choice. Because getting 100 megajoules out of... Well, it is 100 megajoules out of 100 megajoules. Which is made using... $180 megajoules worth of vulcanite. So there's no way that's efficient. It's probably better if you'd probably be better off just burning the vulcanite directly. Unless this has some like efficiency loss. 85% efficiency. 100 and... Still 85% efficiency on 180 is definitely still better than 100 over 180. There's no way that fuel is correct. Yeah. It definitely doesn't seem like... It would be fun if it was usable, I think. But the fact that it would be less efficient on the planet than the burner turbine... It almost feels like it's just... It could be... The vulcanite jet fuel is never going to be energy efficient. I don't think there's a world where it's ever energy efficient when burning for electricity. It might be worth it when you need to fly a ship out of a planet that doesn't have water. That's its own thing. But I think that's the big sticking point. Because these are pretty solid already. And I mean, It looks like these could be built on spaceships. It's just getting the fuel efficiency would be different in this context, where you're not converting the vulcanite. Because the isothermic would be better with normal rocket fuel. It's the vulcanite conversion that's the big issue. Wait, did I need that for my... I didn't. Okay, craft those. And craft those. Now I want to know. 20... So this is 24 megajoules. So it's 30 for the block. Oh, this enriched vulcanite means that base vulcanite's definitely inefficient. Crushed in it. 10 crushed, you lose 6 crushed, which is 24 megajoules. You gain 30 megajoules. You lose sulfur that has no energy value. The enriched vulcanite seems like maybe it's relevant. I don't know the whole process yet. Well, yeah, I'm just looking at that. The feedback here would... This has a net gain of energy compared to a lot of the... Well, I guess a lot of the steps have a net gain. Because this is... Oh, because it has petroleum added to it, that's why. 24 becomes 30. Oh, there's probably some math on the conversion of crushed vulcanite to enriched vulcanite that would be necessary to judge, but it feels like the block at first brush block seems best. Okay, I got all of my... I think I have all the primary building components. I don't have the pipes. Feels like it would be some good fun to figure out that optimal stuff. So this should probably run this way. Actually, it'll look better if it goes like this. I'll feed it on either side, so this can go down, however, and then go here. And these feed off of 0.8 per second, so it doesn't need to be fast. That doesn't look right. Yeah, I guess if you need the petroleum, which I keep forgetting the petroleum needing the water is its own struggle outside of... No, you need the steam. The coal liquefaction's not useful. Kind of unfortunate. Or you could do... I bet that's not infinite. This feels like there should be weird space ways to get petroleum without water. It just feels like it should exist. Yeah, like the ice is pretty efficient. You can stack ice to 200. One ice is 100 water, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's 100 water per ice, so that's 20,000 water per stack. It's a lot of water per stack, and it's easy enough to ship. Did I that? I haven't made the nuclear reactors yet. Did I make a requester for reactors? Hope I did. I don't think I did. Tank, 2-2, navigation satellites. No, okay. I can never find this. So, 250 processing units. Nuclear reactor. So, 250 processings. 500 concrete. It's nice that this is no longer a worry to have the backlog of processing units versus when I first built the reactors. Fun to occasionally notice the small bits of progress. I want 4 of these. No, there is a chance that my processing units are a little short. They're not. These are currently limited by stone. Hey, that's a good problem. And that's a problem that I have a solution for. I just need to do train stuff. Or be lazy and route it all by belt from here. But I should do train stuff. Should I? Using a train, temporarily it would be bad. It would be good. Long term, I should set up a proper station. Well, some of it might, but I was very lazy about the liquids, and I just added more tanks before I left. So the liquids are fine for a while. Ooh, the coal is one that I forgot about. I do need to get... That really bugs me. Need to get this all here. I'll keep letting this run. I do like that it's just kind of passive. It's very... set it and forget it. It's very much... I should probably get this thing connected and make another miner. Because that would, I don't know, 30% more? But I think it's probably best as a short-term solution to just do the wrong thing with these and just belt them straight up for now. I should stop flying. Oh, actually, it's not even an issue. I guess it is. They are outputting as fast as they can, so upgrading this won't make a difference. There's a red somewhere in there that I hit, but I don't think this will fix it. Why is this broken? Oh, because the belt is full. Ah, and upgrading the belt will fix that. Okay, that's good. Why'd that go from yellow to blue? Pretty sure I only highlighted it once. Weird. Don't distract anything about... This is all working just fine right now. I don't have the resources space-wise. Okay. Turn that off. I don't have the space to carry all this material. Because nuclear reactors are big. Okay, that's my power thing that I set up. I need to remember what I was doing. I think I just did this many turbines, which is not there anymore because I didn't need them, so I shut it off. It's probably silly to ship this many tanks and this many turbines, because that's massively overkill if there isn't the risk of solar death. It wouldn't take up that many slots. It would take up 24 slots for the turbines, 6 slots for the tanks, and that's the big amount. Yeah. It's extremely excessive. I just don't want to. Oh, I bet this can do power, can't it? I hope. Maybe not. Yeah, like, I'm expecting that purely from what I require, I will have extra slots. This doesn't do power, does it? I wish it did. What is this? Keep track of your progress. This removes its building blocks from the components list. I'm not going to do anything with that. Oh, there's just a calculator button. That's neat. I haven't checked how my rocket part stockpile has been going. Also, I'm further south than I thought I was. I should have a few sets of 5. Yes, so that's 50. I need the rest of that filled at least. Hey, 1,000,000 electronic circuits. That is something. Three cargo rockets. Cargo loss modifier based on technology. If a rocket is launched empty, you can enter your first rocket. Insert, yes, I do need to redo that, because I forgot to set that up. And then it kept filling it with rocket parts. I'm good to fix that. But I guess the math is not difficult. This whole thing produces, so 48 heat exchangers producing 103 per second means 4,900. Oh, cool. And 44 steam per second. These consume 60. So 80 3 would maintain the amount consistently. So if I go 100 turbines and then a bunch of these, it should be fine. I think 200 tanks is way more than enough. I think I already added those. Yeah, there'll be a few extra tanks. I need to get those turbines crafting because I disconnected that a long time ago and they are not being crafted. I can probably leave this crafting forever now and just fill a whole chest. But that would be wasteful. I probably don't need more than that ever at one time for the foreseeable future. Speed it up. Copper is slow. I don't have bulk inserters. I have nuclear reactors to craft. I always forget. They're at the top. Wow. I always forget where they are. I need to find that chest that I put down. And that will fix my problems, partially. Okay. That was just there as the exact amount, but I guess, yeah, there's no point in leaving it like that. Can that be? Okay. I was thinking it'd be funny. It would make no sense if they could be productivity, but it would just be funny if they could. Why do I not have any bulks? What is broken up here? Gears. Oh. Yep. Fair enough. I don't know how that happened. Oh, yes, I know exactly what happened. It was when I was fixing these. Okay. Well. That's one problem solved. Okay, I can't go any faster with my current setup, so no sense in adding anything to this. Oh, that's not even connected. Wow. That's actually quite funny. That should get built eventually, and then this will be all connected. These will never get connected, but they're going to stay there. This should not be a problem. This produces fast enough. 10, 100, 200, 300. And I decided that I wanted 100, so that's plenty. My nuclear reactors are built. I think that's the last component of that I need. Ooh, wait, nuclear reactors stack. I'm assuming that there's a, I don't know, maybe a 10% chance, based on the numbers. Unique items, stack size 1, are never lost, which means there's a chance that I'll lose one. So I think bringing an extra is a good idea. Maybe even extra 6, but it would really suck to happen to lose one. Oh yeah, I can just carry it. That's a good point. It would really suck to lose one reactor. Anything else here that I don't want to lose any of that I've already put in? This is extra, this is extra. I don't have that many extra heat exchangers. Yes, this whole system is weird sometimes. Yes. I have, unless I need more heat pipes. I think if I only need heat pipes for the power, I should have enough. I'm bringing 150 and that's double what I need. But if I need it for something else that I missed, then I should check, but it actually didn't cross my mind at all that there could be, there might not be. Yes, I need to actually craft that. Did I do this? I didn't, okay. I'll just continue with the laziness. Because long term having this all saved to just request is quite nice. 10, 1 heat shield. Which is one of the weird materials. I could have forgotten this. Boiler... Copper. I might... Might bring 50, just because... It's cheap enough and it's one stack, so... Extras for the future. That's still going good. That should be improved, but it can sit for now. So I have my reactors. Okay. I should start crossing off things that I have. So the furnace system is going to need to be dealt with. Make sure I have the right amount in a bit. I have none of the oil processing stuff set up. I have power poles prepared. I don't have robots. I think I already put inserters in. I got assemblers. I have some steel, copper, iron, and stone. I have the drills. I'm carrying the reactors. I have the fuel to start off. I actually wrote emergency solars. Maybe. Unlikely. So I thought about solars and convinced myself that I shouldn't bring them, but I'm gonna bring them. I need a landing pad. Which it doesn't look like I set up a page for. I mean, it's no reason to turn it off. Landing pad. Probably still flying. Cargo landing pad. 10 steel chests. Do I want to bring a rocket silo as well? I think long term I definitely should. I could send it in a separate thing, but I'll have the space on the first rocket, so I think requesting that would be for the best. Concrete. I'm gonna turn this off. I don't have space. 1,000 steel. And 10 radars. I can never locate radars. I'm pretty sure they're here. Yes, they are. It's a lot of copper. I guess I underestimated the amount of copper. I probably don't have enough copper. Because I only have one chest and it's not getting refilled. Because I changed my copper setup. I need to rebuild it. My copper is bad for some reason. I need to figure out why. Ah, because this is not right. Oh, that's why, okay. That's actually a very simple reason why it's bad. a lot of copper. Probably better to use these in request chests instead of doing it in my inventory. Be a lot neater. Copper. Gonna stop just about every functional. Okay, that's extra. Turn that off. Make a lot of boilers. I'm good. Yeah. Mostly thinking might as well make some extra now. Bring like 10 or 20 and I will never need them. I'll never need more on that planet if I bring 10. But the math is 0.3, so I could multiply this by 3 before I would even need a second. And that would be pretty good. Actually, I should do this. I was going to change this to, if I want 200 per minute, which would take 500 minutes, I should work for 400 per minute, which would take 250 minutes, which is... That's 2 stacks per minute, 250 minutes. It's not bad. And the requirements are reasonable. 1.01 machines. Ooh. Yeah, this might need more than one boiler if I don't use productivities. I'll have to figure out how to do that. Traditional one works by going through your recipes in order and figuring out their needs. The matrix solver, on the other hand, can deal with loops and byproducts, but sometimes needs additional configuration. Interesting. I'm not going to do that yet. It's not that, right? This is configured to use transport belt or pump. Show item rate as number of belts for items or pumps for fluids. So this is looking like all of these are less than 1 belt. Oh, it's yellow belt. Oh. Which, if this is 0.8 of a yellow belt, that seems kind of low. I want to use blue belts. That seems really low. Which means that it's gonna work easily, but... Powder input... Oh, there, that one there. Okay, yeah. Which... This one I was planning to run, double separate belts. Like, that was gonna run like a belt above, a belt below. Which this... That one shouldn't be a problem. This is... It's also 1.5 pulverizers, which means if I run 2 pulverizers, it will overdo it. Minor recipe below. Let's move this down there. Okay, I see how that works. It's reading based on the stuff above. And now the output is 1.4. That makes more sense. numbers wise, I think. How did that change this? It didn't. I moved that up accidentally. Move that down. So this is the end, then this is the step before, so this probably shouldn't be here, it should be there, strictly, but... That doesn't... Oh, because I need to do more landfills per... 2? $100? I don't know. I don't know why this sand is not happy. The sand is fine here because now this is above. But the ingredient would have to go below. Oh. I thought it needed to be below, but it's... The math on this, on these two isn't super important. Because I'll just... Oh. So this, okay, I know why that's where it is now. I think landfill needs to be below, because if the landfill's above, it tries to fulfill the demand that I set, which means this needs to produce more sand. But if it's below, then it doesn't pull that. Okay, let's switch it back to items per minute. I put this back at 2, and then multiply it by 5. That's the wrong, I need 5. Not. Okay, so then if I move it above, it will be happy. And if I move this above, it is still not happy. Various bits of this are unhappy. The matrix was choose unrestricted items. So the matrix solver can determine a unique solution. The left side lists the constrained items, while the right side contains unrestricted. To move it to the other side. So if this is unrestricted, I don't think that's correct. Wait, so the water and the steam, one of them needs to be clicked, but they feed into each other. So I don't think it matters. And then unrestricted is the endpoint. Ah. There's a lot of red everywhere. Okay, so this is 400. But no, that's not what I want, because the cryonite rods are not a byproduct. I mean, everything else looks fine, but... Or is this setting those so that they're just there? That looks fine? Because the landfill is not an intended product, so being treated as a byproduct is fine. The steam as a byproduct is the same. But it's not dealing with that as a loop. Is it because of temperature stuff? Did I set the steam to the wrong temperature? What did I... Oh. Okay. Levels to that is not something I'm going to touch anytime soon. I mean, I think it works enough. There's certain bits that are weird. Yeah, the numbers make sense. I'm just... Supposedly the matrix solver can deal with loops, but it's not viewing this water and steam thing as any sort of loop. Is that because this is not an input? I can't remember. That's in... That's producing there. Do I have the wrong steam type, maybe? 200 joules degree Kelvin. I guess this is basically any steam. Configured to 100, configured to 100, configured to 100. It's not... I just don't know. There must be something I'm missing that's preventing it from doing a loop. But the numbers are fine. I need to bring 3 stacks of chemical plants, 2 stacks of pulverizers, and I'm bringing way too many industrial furnaces. That's fine. So... I guess, yeah, it's... okay. If I remove that, then that goes there, and that's fine. And yeah, the fact that there's no byproduct listed at the top. It's just that it's... the listing of the steam as a byproduct feels weird when it should be feeding back into that. But it's because of the levels, probably. Nope. It doesn't matter. I have the numbers to work with. That's all that actually matters. I'm gonna not bring quite so many industrial furnaces. Ooh, I just remembered. I still haven't secured that left side. I need to deal with that. Should have the power poles. I need some walls, and I need laser turrets. When I set up the wall, I need to link the roboports and all that. It's a real nuisance. Oh, yeah. Are these? That's good. That's good. Okay. To copy all this. I mean, I basically can rip all this out and move it over there once I have it all secured. It's the correct spacing, okay. Those are not worth the effort. I don't know where that chest is. Okay, I see it there. I need to be careful. 4 of those. And then... just run it across the world. It will get built slowly. Once I give it power. Going straight is for the best here. Yeah, it's better to wall it off there because then I have the stone inside the wall. Okay. Paste, rotate. Should be doing this via the map view. Well, those guys are alive. Yeah, the math on the boiler seems fine. Like, any amount of productivity would improve it. Any amount of anything on the boiler would help a lot. Which I don't need this one. Build a wall there. Now I just need to run my power. Oh, it's not smart enough. Because the things aren't built yet, so it's not smart enough to properly judge. That I want power there. Or that doesn't work with the big poles, I don't know. That will work. Was stuff just... There was an actual minor flaw. Glad that the math on my setup helped. Okay, this should properly build it as long as the power lines can get built, which they can't. Time to get exploding for a bit. One last patch to blow up? 2 last patches. Ooh, where to drop off all my garbage at? The bad habit to just do this. Pretty sure I did it near here. It must have been this chest. Yes, it was. Good. Okay, now I can do it all over again. Buy this tank that I forgot I had. I do need to request more pulverizers to craft. But biters gotta go. Oop. Yes, I do actually need to carry rocket fuel if I want to go fast. That's one of the negatives of jetpack versus these more convenient exo legs. Are there electric jetpacks? Eventually. Doesn't look like it. That's a shame. I mean, this is 12 times the density, but only stacks to 1. So, like, slot efficiency, it would be worth using the nuclear fuel, but only barely. That's a shame. It's just kind of sad that the for the purposes of trains and stuff, I think I understand why it stacks to 1 just to be sort of different, but for modded purposes, it's a shame that it doesn't stack to 10 for nuclear fuel. Okay. Please bombard a little faster. Oh no, this is gonna be bad very quickly. Oh no, my robots are not here. They are somewhere over the ocean because I'm moving around too quickly. I'm missing a lot of robots. I can see 4 here, one that I just picked up. Where'd the rest go? They didn't break. Oh, I must have stored them in the chest while I was just spam emptying my inventory. That's why. It's a bigger problem than I thought. Should have been more careful. I don't need the boilers. I still have to get the landing pad delivered to me. I still need to get a cargo silo. It feels like there should be a reason to launch navigation satellites from other places, but I doubt there is. It feels like there should be some sort of like, you have to launch it from further out to see into the further reaches of space. And if that is something, then that's probably not relevant yet. Get this all fine. Oh no, that's bad. I'm gonna die. Oh. I can't do anything here right now. I could probably launch it from that island. Which, considering the Cold War was a real bad event, the fact that made me think of like the Cuba, we can launch it from that island. Not a great thought. Yes, they definitely can't cross there. There's no nests on this segment anymore. Now these are gonna exist for a bit. But I can make the wall here, then wipe out that group, and I will be safe. Ish. Because I forgot about the fact that I did this before. I got this before I secured the area, so could have caused a lot of problems. Okay, that should be quick. Just need to pick up ammo, and I should be good to clear that. That's been sitting there for probably a while, which is a good thing. This is still going fine for now. I really don't need to be carrying this power armor with me that I only have for when I die. Ammo. Ammo's up here. I don't know if that's enough. for both of those. It's... If I did it manually, it might be. Okay. Right there. Yeah, their HP has really increased a lot. Give it a few more seconds of shooting. There's one nest left. Which if I railgun it, it will be... Oh wow. Couldn't even one-shot it with... Can't even two-shot them with the railgun anymore. This is the last nest. And this should be secure now, once I make the wall. And cover it with laser turrets. Excellent. Oops, I could have died there. Is this building? Very slowly, but it is. So. Maybe I regret this. I do regret it. Okay, this is 20. I should be able to pick that up myself. To make sure it doesn't get picked up by the local robots. Because then they'll carry it so far away. Probably leave the left wall of turrets because I shouldn't need them. Okay, that's gonna be annoying. Glad the targeting works for that. Ooh, I never even filled that in properly. It's a good detail. Okay, that can stay here for now. I do need to get landfills for myself, because the power poles will not be built without me, because I don't have the necessary power poles. I need more. Cannot divide segments. I mean, unless something recently broke, it's not an issue. Is it because this shouldn't be here? I mean, this one is useless, I think. because that's there. Putting that there just does nothing. And then this can't divide it because it does nothing as well. Yeah, so it's because this, yes, this goes here, which goes here, which goes here. So I think I just do that and it's fine, which probably means, oh, that was not part of the blueprint. That was things that were placed there beforehand for the old intersection that I just didn't get cleared away when replacing it with the three-way intersection. That makes sense, because I was pretty sure there was no issue with that in the blueprint. I've really delayed these robots. Okay, 50 seems like a lot. Oh, that's gonna be annoying. 8 angles. I probably just run it like that instead of trying to do an angle. No, the angle's better. Because it just means less surface to defend. I want that, I want that. I need... I benefit from carrying some roboports, which might not be crafting because I never set up. I never got around to setting up concrete for roboports. Because I still don't have requester chests. It's gonna work for now. It saves time on the concrete there, but... Oh, actually I should grab... I meant to grab one more. I should send 3 stacks up here. Which I'll put in the rock and then maybe grab them for my inventory. You know, shipping about 100 cargo spaces of concrete wouldn't be too bad. It would provide faster running. And I don't have to worry about anything. So if I have extra space, that would be worth it. Of course, this is ignoring jetpacks and how they solve every problem, but... I don't need 100 of these. I can decrease that to 50. Big electrics. Okay, there. I don't even need these now that I actually have my inventory stuff sorted. Stop delivering stuff, robots. Still need more pulverizers. 5 of them. Again, crashing. It's fun that the main source of damage now is just robots crash. I didn't grip the landfills. Yep. The robots crashing being the main damage is much nicer than it being biters and stuff. I'm pretty sure I'm still killing a ton of biters. I'm not. It's less than I expected. This landfills. That's fine. Oh, I could have been hit by train there. A lot of this is not needed in my inventory. I should consider... Oh yeah, because I set this up with speed 2s, so I should actually have speed 2s and not speed 1s. I could decide to just do it with speed 1s instead, and that would probably be fine. At least one of these is a whole number, and I think that's worth it. Why? Just build it, robot. Am I out of these? No, I'm not. I understand why it prioritizes the established network. I just wish it didn't. Just sometimes. This change means it's still 1.01 machines, which makes... That doesn't... Does that make sense? These are producing slower. There should be less water and steam. Oh no, it's producing the same end amount, so it will be the same amount of water and steam. It just calls for more machines to do it. Cannot reach. That was surprising. Actually, no, I'm building the wall about here. Okay, let these guys clear while I look at the map. Because I need to bring 2 stacks of chemical plants anyway. So I think using the tier 1 speeds is fine, but does that influence belts? No, it doesn't. I still need 2 belts for that, which is... Oh, can I even supply that much? That's 4,000 cryonite per minute. Each drill... Each drill running tier 1s. I need 128 mining drills to go at that speed. Which I don't think I can do. Oh! Because I added the drill... It has less balance issues. Okay. I'm guessing that's why. Don't... Well, actually, I can just mine multiple. I don't need to only mine 1. I can mine 2 or 3 and bring it all together and that would be fine. It would be a lot of belts. I didn't really get the angle right, huh? It's actually really close to the right amount of walls. Remarkable. I should put the lasers. $128. If I just for my scale, this iron is using 63. It actually could be pretty close to 128. No. I could make it a little more compact and it could get a few more, but it's probably not enough. 1, 2, 3. What is with that? Oh. Landfill. Okay, the bottom one is what's wrong there, so the rest can be copied. Be close to the right amount of turrets. Might be a couple extra. Looks fine. Now I just need to figure out Roboport coverage, which will wait. I can still get power coverage while I'm here. Okay, that's probably how I'm gonna do that. Nope, that's not the right angle. I don't think it's... yeah, it's not quite right. So that is just above and on the left. That looks correct. Probably closer than needed, but angles are awkward, so I'd rather just have it work for now. Power. Probably let this sit for a foreseeable future and it might be fine. And this can probably just have that. Copy these. Okay, it's just above that tree. Let's just overdo it. Too many roboports won't break anything. 5, 6, these should all be set to have construction bots sitting in them. Which will take a while for it to filter down, but it will build on its own, and I should probably fix this mess and increase my construction robots to 450, which it should be crafting right now anyway because my setup is bad and I just need to fix it sometime. It'd be so easy to fix. Just use a warehouse for the warehouse, or what are they called? Strongbox. To empty it and then have it go back in directly with higher priority somehow. Okay, so that will go out here. Those need to be addressed in the future. Control this. Only enable if robo devices are less than 100. And that should at least fix that problem. I can fix it more later, but okay, that's that step. Currently, more to fill in here. I don't need laser turrets. I need the second set of pulverizers crafted. I need the landing pads and stuff. None of that's on, so I can put all this normal stuff away. Concrete really does go very quickly. Ooh, I could ship reinforced concrete instead of normal concrete. That could be fun. Pulverizers crafting. I don't need life support on the planet, I'm pretty sure, so I don't need to make a life support providing system there. Carrying all that stuff when I leave. I just need my bots to give me stuff for landing pad and a cargo rocket. Then I need to set up something to provide me with chemical plants. Pretty sure I never set that up. I did not. Okay, chemical plants are 5 of these. 5 pipes. I really should have these these will be automated soon. Just there's such low... Oop, no, it's not my inventory being full. There's such low usage object. Okay, I want 2 stacks. Oh, it's 10 per stack. So I want 3 stacks. I won't request it until I've made the landing pads though. Because my bots will be busy, my inventory will be full. I also need oil refineries. How many do these stack? These stack to 10. I probably only need 10. Ooh, I should probably do them. Use this for that as well. Heavy oil produced via advanced oil processing. Yeah, I don't need many. I just need to convert fluid oil into rocket fuel and solid fuel. Petroleum should be used for sulfur eventually. Short term could be used for solid fuel. I'll do solid fuel with that first. Yes, consumes byproduct, consumes byproduct. Currently, that looks fine. $400, $600, 1.4K. This is short on the light oil, which is being used up for that. Yeah, so I need the refineries. I need some oil refineries and some fuel refineries. Which that looks simple enough. I'll just have to deal with the rocket fuel, which will definitely be overproducing relative to my actual usage. I'll figure that out. I just dumped a bunch of concrete on the ground that I could have been using for the silos. Efficiency. Oh yeah, these are mentioned as being supposedly good. Maybe not at this stage anymore, but I've never tried them, so I wouldn't be shocked if they've already fallen off versus big biters with 563 HP. It's kind of a weird... They might be amazing, oh, they're also incredibly expensive compared to their other capsule equivalents. Like, I probably should try them because if I don't make myself try them, I'll never even bother. Those are both stack size 1. They cannot stack, therefore they're safe to put in a rocket. I've got my pulverizers. I'm running speed module 1s, which is fine. I should add the crude oil extraction via this. Pump jack. Speed. I feel like there's something wrong here. Unless it's accurate that I need 0.001 pump jacks to get 2K per minute. That might actually just be accurate. Because these produce 13 per second. That's definitely not accurate. 13.2 per second. This is like 600... This is 600 and whatever per second from one pump jack. Where this seems to be suggesting 1,000th of a pump jack provides 2,000 per minute. Just doesn't seem right. No, it's the crude oil. Crude oil deposit, 153.8 per minute. I think that might be the... The number there might be the issue. Like, this might be what's causing this to be wrong. So I probably just don't bother. And I just build as many pump jacks as I need, and then that's good enough. And like, I need 2,000 a minute. It's not a lot. 5 pump jacks will be enough, or something. So currently I'm looking 1.4 belt, 1.4 belts. Those are fine because those are meant to be split across multiple. So I will need more mining drills than I have. Except if... Oh, those are speed 3. Speed 3 speed 1s is already 128. So I do need more. We have the turbines going. Excellent. Okay, 150 should be enough, especially if I carry them in my inventory so I can't lose any. That's enough. I didn't think about mining other stuff. 170 should be enough though. Add another 50. 220 should be enough for now. If I need more, I can grab more and bring them when I leave with the extra space. So I should probably ditch my train stuff if I'm not going to be doing any train work for a while. Not having signals in my inventory will be annoying if I have an issue with my trains, but I don't know why I have that. So I have the landing pad, I have this. I'm requesting the chemical plants and the oil refineries. Pipes. That's good to know, that an oil refinery is just 3 times the resources of a chemical plant. That's pretty good. I can never find stone of the correct type. Because it's a logistics thing. So setting up the logistics crafting for these will be super convenient. Yeah, and the fuel refineries are just 5 more. Which means if I request my 30 chemical plants, craft them, request my 10 oil refineries, craft them, and then request 10 of each. That gives me 10 fuel refineries. Interesting. I have to think how many belts I want. I probably want a lot of belts. This is currently being multiplied by 2. I'm gonna add like 1,200 belts. Because I think I'm gonna have to belt, since I'm not gonna do trains because it's so close together. I'm gonna want to belt cryonite together. But I should do this. Mining drills. I could do the dragging with the previous thing that I had, but I might try to do the obnoxious. Actually, what would I have to do? If I wanted to do obnoxious undergrounds, I would have to... Can they output directly onto an underground? Or do they complain? Yeah, like... So your iron, steel is the only one because it's ugly. Yeah, I just don't know if... I know that when you're running a belt into an underground, if I was running something here into it, it would get on, and same with the other side, just the lower side wouldn't go in. I just don't know how these treat the underground. Okay. I should, you know what, I could test that really easily, just to be certain. I just have to find a deposit that I'm not mining. Copper. And I need power, so actually... Ooh, no, I have one in the middle of my base that I can just break everything and make it work. So right here, if I put a belt there, oh, this, no, it's go there. Belt there, mining drill here, which actually doesn't hit that. Oh, okay. I'm never actually going to mine this material because it's so unfortunate how it's distributed. It's going to sit here forever. Okay. It works that way. And it works that way. Perfect. So I could do that. I don't like it, but I think in this context having it be more dense is worth the hassle, though some of these can be covered by substations. At least the outside ones. It's only in the middle that I have to worry about the ugly setups with underground belts. Yeah, if I can... okay, that's not ideal. How'd I Oh, it's... Yeah, I'm not placing that. That's only 27. So it won't run fully because some of that will run out quickly. That's 107. That's pretty close to the 128. I probably just need one more down there. The belts will not be good. I should probably run these upwards and then try and figure out some sort of methodology for distributing them effectively. Okay, I don't... Because I'm not here, it doesn't actually... I don't know if that did that correctly. I hope it did. That's the only place I can't put that. It actually have to pay more attention than I was. It just needs to never be... I'm probably missing a few spots. A bit of overlap and everything. Close enough for now. Then... So this line is getting... 17... 20, 37 between those two. 47 is slightly more, so these three should be slightly more than a belt, which doesn't feel right. Because I'm not doing the math based on mining speed. I can actually do the math based on mining speed. That's a lot. It'll be 384? 128? 120 times 360 plus 24, yeah. 384 of these. 50. 400. 8 stacks of those, which is more than I set up. This should be way more than I need. That should be plenty. This is not requesting anything other than those, which I can deal with. I have to deal with manually. But for now, silo and landing pad will go in there. This I don't need. Give me 10 of those, 30 of those. Request 10 more of each. This is going to be certainly backing up soon. Yep, it's a little over halfway. The iron is a non-issue, which is nice. The coal is the problem. Almost. Solution to the coal would be to set up a bad deal setup with the pyroflux to drain both a little, and then any excess coal goes into the system for here, maybe? That can wait. I need to get onto the spaceship. I want to be leaving. I probably don't leave within the hour. But maybe if I accept a relatively empty ship, I can. Relatively being like half full. Okay, I got... That's not as many belts as I thought. 5,000 belts total, I think, is better. This current stuff already calls for 250. If I do... Which should I... I should just do this one. I shouldn't go for bigger ones, just the plan ahead. But this only needs about 120. And it only needs about 20 functional. So I can probably get away with this one for simplicity's sake. Six per... That one broke because I didn't place it correctly. Six per. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 30. That's more than I need. I think that's what I'll do. These should all... 30? If I run these with full speed, it should produce 6.5 per second, or 0.65 per second, which should be fine on one belt. There. No. So that should function. The math could be wrong. I would even say it's very likely to be wrong. I need this to run up here. This is all going to be dealt with in this area. I need to run that a little lower. I don't want to interfere with... Oh, that goes too fast, wow. Maybe if I zoom in more? Yep. I'll also need to set up mining on the uranium, but that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These can probably be merged acceptably. This is not even. This is... I can just balance the single one. There. Don't think that works. There's an issue with this. Mostly because I just need the space to think. Okay, here. Even split. Only output right with the new category of ore. Then merge it there. Should be fine. So that's 1. 40. I think should be fine. If I merge it all together. Leaves me with 4 from here that I could just balance these 4 and then have the other one on its own would probably be fine. Do I have one of these built? I should. Coronal mass ejection in 10 hours. Just run it this way. This will just be the 5th line that I work with. They won't be even. They should be close enough. This is based on 10 pulverizers, which I can run at the top. Probably not like this, but I'll figure that out. 10 of those. 25 chemical plants is not a nice number. But if I pair it up 10 to that, it can work better. One to 2.5 just means splitting a bit. Two and a half of these. I mean, the belts at this point are 1, and if it's split, it's basically, yes, feed those into 2 belts, and that should be fine. For 2 belts, both of them have 13. I'll do 14 because it'll look better. Well, cryo's a lot of fun. I think, wait, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12. So if I add an extra set, then I should do that. This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 16. 2 sets of these should be enough. Running 5 of these together. That's 1 set. That's the other set. Until you suddenly find some minor thing you overlooked in about 30 hours. You'll look back at it and bought one inserter in the wrong place or something. That will forever happen to me. Because I'm not careful. You're much more careful than I am, I think, but... That looks appropriately centered. I think this is gonna look pretty good. Oh, this is gonna look good. There's gonna be practical issues with this, for sure. Like the fact that these are odd, so it's gonna look awful. I hate it. I was gonna split the middle one and then merge them again at the bottom. It's gonna look so nice. It's not gonna look nice at all. Basically thinking this was gonna look nice. Also not, is that putting 4 per second? I need to remove the sand, which is something I forgot about, but that's easy. I can just ship it off to the side. Yes, lots of factors. This will work. I'll need to think about the other stuff. I should probably... Okay, these are outputting 4 per second. These can handle 4 per second. I think this is gonna look... Oh, I should... I'm sending enough belts. I'm gonna request my shipment of an additional bunch of iron, an additional bunch of copper. I want to fly there. I don't need to design the whole thing as long as I know what I need to bring. Ooh, I didn't ship undergrounds. Okay, I'm glad that I was thinking about underground belts right now. I think that will look nice. That might not work well, but I'll need to filter these for the correct material, which is the powder. And then do sand properly. Yeah, like I think at the end it might work well. This big split is for, because this is what, 1.4 belts per second output, 1.4 output. So I need to make sure I have enough belts for that. And then I'll filter the sand and it'll be easy. The sand will not look nice. The cryonite powder is gonna look so good. The sand is gonna look really bad. I mean, I bet splitter filter based stuff would look better for the sand element of it. Mostly because I don't think there's any way to make this look good for the sand. I think I'm going to ship all the sand to the middle, and the sand will be turned into landfills here. No, I need to focus on filling this cargo rocket so that I can leave the planet. And I need to make sure that I have... Ooh, I could have gotten hit by that. I need the splitters and undergrounds so that I don't forget them. And a few extra inserters for safety. This is going quite well. I don't think I have pipes ready. Between the two sets of... Between the two sets of 5, it's saying that the pulverizers combined are 1.4 blue belt of cryonite powder. For 9.2, not 10, so it will technically be slightly more, but I'm only planning everything around the 9.2. Do I run that? I guess I run the sand. I just belt the sand the whole way. That double bit there looks bad. Filter for my sand. Grabbing from the center is better. Wait, are these actually? They are. Oh, this is the one case where it actually would have been nice if they weren't. If these were even instead of odd, which is unfortunate. Those will go to the middle. Okay, that's fine. I mostly just think it'll look nice. Having it laid out like this. It would all fit on the belts. For sure. Yes, 1,000 blue belts so far. Everything else, 53 undergrounds. That's not right. Why do I have 53? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That looks fine. This pair's there. 16, 20. Oh, it's the... In here is a mess. Okay, there. Found it. I want to strive for the symmetry in this. I think without it, it would... I mean, it could be just as symmetrical. It just wouldn't have the belts going to the middle. And then they would merge and it'd be fine. Once they get to here, it goes... Oh. Oh. This current thing is not appropriately... It doesn't appropriately account for the cryonite going to the furnaces. I don't have that laid out. Which I could just have the belts continue running and flow wherever I build the furnaces, which will not be over here. I'll need to fix something there, probably. Well, actually, I should be producing... Wait, am I running speeds and everything? Yes, I am. It should be fine. I think the extra 0.8 of this should compensate. That's 7 extra. If I remove 3 of these. The symmetry is bad, but it's probably necessary. I can let those belts just run through and feed into the furnace system. Yeah. So this will be one too many chemical plants now, but I think the 0.8 of an extra pulverizer, if I increase the mining appropriately, which maybe I can, it's not hard, should compensate for the additional powdered, well, it should balance itself anyway, as long as I have the right amount. But then I want an extra furnace. But the furnace step is what I need to 8.3, which means I need 9 furnaces, which is an ugly number, as always. If I ditch one speed module and replace it with a tier 2 of that, I'm going to do that just because it will look better. Yeah, like once it goes through here, these can absolutely just merge if I want them to. Or, you know, merge and then go on to another belt. And because, yeah, I'm working with point. If the correct amount is consumed by the first stage, it should be 0.2 of a belt that I need. Which then means that the outputs from these can merge here with the belts from that. Ooh, maybe I could do this. Oh, yeah, I can't do input output on the same side because of this steam. There just isn't enough space. It would be interesting if I could output it, but I could have these at the end of the line merge together there. Have the outputs of the crystals come down here, and it all merges together onto the central line that then will merge in a bad way because I centered it for this, and now if I'll accept the lack of symmetry to merge better here. Maybe I won't. Which is more important? This is more important. I think that should... This will get it all on one side, all on the other. This will bring it all down, and then I can have one line with both of those that feeds into 10 of these filled with 4 and 1. Is it shift right click? No. Will look okay. Oh yeah, it did decrease. Yeah, I noticed that it was a different... That's actually good, because that means I can get rid of that. Which then means it now looks weird, and I can just adjust it when I get around to it. But that looks fine. I still need to deal with the steam and water, which I can set up on either side. I think the last thing I really need to worry about is I need to make these chests, warehouses, and such. Steel warehouse. 100 concrete, 200 steel. And I want 30 of these, which is a lot. Oh, yes, I didn't actually input my... belts. Yeah, mostly because when I was fiddling around remotely with here, only having 2 of these was a problem. So I figure, might as well have too many. And if I only bring half of them, I only bring half of them. And it's not just all gonna be steel, I'm gonna just grab this stuff to make the better warehouses manually, because that's easy if I'm not lost, but I am lost. Over here. I could bring some circuits actually, that wouldn't be bad. Like a few thousand of each of the circuits would probably be worth bringing. Just on the off chance that I missed something that can be covered by those circuits for emergency purposes. Oh yes, I wanted to craft 10 of these. Okay, that just reminded me. This is not about terms. I kind of miss the upgrade things from Space Age, where you can just make the landing pad bigger. Those were kind of fun. Yeah, like... It's mostly about, as long as I have everything, as long as I have the roboports, which I should carry to make sure none of them get lost. Or carry, no, I don't need to carry, I'm bringing 30 is enough. Roboports, oh yes, I do need the actual robots themselves. Might have to wait until they're not in the middle of crafting or giving me a bunch of stuff. I need them to settle down into a spot that I can collect from. It's a lot of... It's a lot of steel. I underestimated that a little bit. Actually, I'll carry the refineries and stuff manually to make sure they don't get lost. Why am I one short? Oh, it got used to... I don't need the extra one. It got used to fill in that thing that I laid out forever ago and then just let sit unused. This will take quite a while. So I should look at... I don't need a ton more stuff to justify the launch. Or, to, like, not a ton more to fill it up. I don't need anything more to justify the launch. So I've got the undergrounds, I've got the splitters, I've got the normal belts. I've got power poles. I have the pipes. Might benefit from more drills. I have the reactors. Something's currently using wooden chests, which is the nuclear reactor thing that can use any type of chest. I should bring steel chests because those are crafted up there. I should bring more rocket fuel so that I don't have to deal with constantly running out of jetpack flight. Just for producing at this intended rate, I will have 14.5 rocket fuel per minute. And I have all the components needed prepared. Maybe I should consider the cryonite next step briefly and bring some more chemical plants just to have them there. I'm making the rods. Sulfuric acid needs sulfur. Oh, that's gonna be awful. My iron on that planet's really bad so far. Shipping iron's not the worst, but I should ship a little extra. Got a lot of garbage in my inventory. Which is my own fault. This is a lot of steel. Yeah. Like, I know for... I might rescan the surface to locate iron. See if there's anywhere that has, like, at least a couple million. Like, I know my current... The only ore that I've spotted is 11k. That is enough for nuclear, for sure. I don't know how long that would last with the whole sulfuric acid. I mean, it's 50 sulfuric acid, and then it uses 1 for 10 cryonite slush. And there's 1 cryonite slush per 100 water. Like, it's not a crazy amount of sulfuric acid. Water and petroleum is fine. Yeah, I should bring extra chemical plants. Yeah. Which, I mean, the ratio of iron... One iron for 50 sulfuric acid. Iron stacks to 100. 50 sulfuric acid makes 500 cryonite slush. 500 cryonite slush makes 500 ice, which is 2.5 stacks of ice. Like, shipping an iron won't be that bad. If it becomes necessary, which it probably will. Oh yeah, that's the edge already. Or no, it isn't. The edge is close. But not that close. I wonder if I could do some, like, awful core mining here. Fragment. The cryonite core fragments produce a small amount of normal core fragments, which do produce iron, just not enough to be relevant in this context. But there's potential. Yeah, I guess you can just... Yeah, excellent. Very accurate point. Like, I might as well produce a slush anywhere else. Because I'm already shipping rods for research, so it would just be shipping maybe rods to a slightly different location occasionally, but... I'm too focused on having the things that are related to the planet or moon happen on the planet or moon, instead of accounting for the fact that it's a solid object that can be shipped pretty easily. It's not a liquid. There is, like, no iron on this planet. Wow. Remarkably bad iron, which is to be expected. 43% frequency, 19 size, 28 richness. Terrible. It has to be rods, right? Well, maybe not, but... $200 makes 2,000. 100 makes 50 of these. I actually did this math, didn't I? 100 times 50. 5,000 sulfuric acid. Which makes 50,000 slush? There's no way that's correct. No, it could be. It's a liquid. It's not a solid, so they have higher. 50,000 slush does not feel correct for one stack of iron, though. 5,000, maybe, is what I'm doing wrong? No, 50,000. Yeah, which 25 times better is quite a lot better. There is a consideration of using the biochemical facility, though. More long-term, but... There's no way that's better, because it's faster, but it's not a meaningful, like, insane improvement. Okay, that is enough warehouses. Craft all those. Yeah. And if everything... Oh, yes, I do actually need to bring these rocket parts with me. I might have forgotten that. I need to bring... These are unique stack size, so they should not be lost from the rocket ever. 5 per times 20 is 100. That's enough cargo rocket sections. I don't trust myself. I'm going to bring an extra 5 because that won't cause any problems. It just makes me feel better. Ah, so many factors. And this is just one production line, huh? This is just focused on this cryonite and then just adds up. 10 of those. I'll wait till this actually, yeah, wait till it finishes. So rocket parts. I'm sending a bunch of fuel, which I'll be producing there anyway, so it's not desperate. Even if it crashes, I keep the capsule, right? Yeah. I guess, yeah, you can have multiple. You can have multiple landing pads per world, can't you? In this one compared to Space Age. Oh. Okay, there's space telemetry there. Forgot about that. Okay, so I might want to request a capsule while I'm here. Just for simplicity's sake, to have an extra. Or just for safety's sake, more than simplicity. Always better safe than sorry. Where's my terrible... There it is. It says chests. Yeah, I mean... I really didn't think about that. Like... I forgot that Space Age was where landing pads were so restricted. Ooh. This is unrelated to the inventory that is complaining. I just remember that I need to get the meteor defense stuff set up. Or set to bring. These stack to 20, these stack to 50. Yeah, at my stage it's not important to have anywhere near that in terms of landing pads. Okay, I'm actually filling this up. As I'm preparing to launch, I'm like, okay, I forgot this, I forgot that. Probably only put half as many as I was going to. Rocket fuel, my favorite issue to run into constantly. Oops, wrong one. So what I need the meteor defense. I need the... Okay, I need meteor defense. I need enough ammo to get started with the meteor defense. I'm gonna do the installations because I'm gonna be shipping... I want to ship the ammo via delivery cannon. If I'm shipping via delivery cannon, then I need to bring at least some cannon chests. I don't think I need to send anything back. I just need to load a capsule and then it launches there. I didn't check. I assumed it could, but maybe I should check before I decide what ammo to use. Meteor. It's not listed as a launchable. If I look at what's nuclear or nuclear fuel. I'll have to figure out how that radiation facility. Interesting. I can't send that. What can I even send? I guess I can make one, regardless. I hope I can use it for something fun, because otherwise it will go back onto the list of... Guess I'm not using that. Delivery. I mean, it feels like ammo could maybe make sense. It might be unstable or whatever justification they want, and that would be fine. Heat shield. I mean, any justification is fine, really. If you can only do like base materials, though, that's kind of questionable. Like, hopefully it can at least do semi-complex things that are consumable. Because if it can't shoot a variety of consumable materials, that's very limiting. But yeah. Like, because, I don't know, it feels like the ideal scenario is something that's relatively low volume. Like, it needs to be relatively low volume, but able to be launched at all, and like delivery cannon for iron outside of emergencies, probably a bad idea. It's basically what... Okay. Like, I don't know if I'm ever gonna delivery cannon concrete. That feels questionable. You can delivery cannon liquids. That's a little interesting. Yes, I can't delivery cannon ammo, which is... I can accept it. Most of this feels, at this stage, unnecessary. Although, the delivery cannoning ingots would probably be fine if you only need a small amount of this specific type. Yeah, a lot of this list is kind of, probably never going to use it type things at this stage. I do like the liquids, though. The liquids feel like they open up opportunities for a few of these, like, weird, small consumption rate options. Yeah. Like, you could send enough to craft stuff. Yeah, okay. If I can't launch the ammo, then I need to actually be able to make the ammo. Or just ship a lot of the ammo. I think if I'm gonna have to ship the ammo, because I don't actually have iron on this planet, if I'm shipping the ammo anyway, this is 20, this is 50, this is 50% chance, this is 80% chance, it's probably better to stick with the point defenses, which is annoying, but probably still the correct choice. I'm looking at the wrong thing. 10 small, 40 electronic. 10 small, 40 greens. 40 concrete. How many am I gonna want? Because they're 50% chance and fairly small. 65 is quite limited. It's smaller than my train track segments that I'm working with, which is pretty limiting. They stack to 50. I think making 50 is the wrong choice. Do they show their coverage when they are ghosts? They do. Okay. Okay, I could put some point defenses up top. So set up top there. I can hope that that tiny bit there is not a problem, but it will be a problem. I could use one, two, I could fit like a bunch in there to protect the main area. This is not needed. I can put a few around each mining segment. So say 50% chance. Hope that there's no sets of 7 or 8 total. So I probably want like 8 covering any given area is what I'm feeling to start with. That feels bad. So that's covering... That should cover this main section sufficiently. Yeah. It's really just playing odds. And how much I want to deal with it. I should probably place these in places that can actually be refilled. Do I just bet that I can get the robots to resupply these before everything falls apart? I think I will. I'm gonna go slightly overkill. Just to be safer. That should be... I mean, 50% means I want double. It's just such a... weird, but I'm gonna go with this many here because that's fine. If I do this, 22 total. And the most important thing, these have 9 that are covering this. That's the most important thing to have covered. This is important too, and that's also super covered. If this got exploded and I lost the stuff in it, it'd be a problem. I'll set up roboports when I'm here. It shouldn't be a problem if I bring enough. Might need to bring more than I have right now. But that is half a stack of meteor defense. So, bring me 30. Point defense ammo is... probably don't need many stacks of this. 4 and 8. 4 and 8, and it's 50 per stack. Crafts one at a time. 50, if I want 200. 200, 4 stacks should be more than enough. Or even more so, like excessive cannons feels more necessary than excessive ammo. Which might be the wrong conclusion. I'm gonna put this back down and just forget about it forever. lot of rails. Turn generic off. I'm gonna carry my extra chests with me. Don't need that. These will stay here long term. These will stay, but I might as well carry them with me if I have any inventory. Turn the belt back on before I leave. Yeah, and as long as I remember to go grab my actual power production before I leave, power shouldn't be a problem. I have to actually bring the power production with me and not leave it in the top left of my base. Oh yes, I don't need all these boilers. I'm only bringing half of them. And even that's too much, so I should bring like 10. And 10 is 10 times the amount I need. I did the... That's funny. That's not right. I positioned it wrong? Oh, because the water for the... This was decreased because the water from the chemical plant is... The water from the steam from the chemical plant... No, the water coming out of the chemical plant is being sent here. Can I remove that? I'm not going to mess with that, but... That's why this is now 0.3 instead of 1.01. Not accurate, but it's still fine. I just need to be careful. And not trust the mod. Ah, yes. Ooh. I'm surprised that that just does this because it makes sense because that's the input, so now that's unrestricted and then all this gets converted through that. The button finally mattered. What else could... Yeah, it's the only one that really fits. Okay, extra space capsule, which I can definitely put in here without losing. I've got all of my rocket sections, I've got extras. I should be able to launch kind of soon once I make this meteor defense stuff and go pick up my turbines. If I turn off this, craft that, it will now start filling this order. I'm going to spend a minute scanning to see if I found any new iron that might help. My guess is no. 747k. That is meaningful. That is enough that if I eventually built a train here, it would help. Top left. Here somewhere? Or top right. Okay, up here? Oh, cool. Hey, that's actually a lot of iron in this place. Oh, I missed that one. That's fine. There is enough iron that if I set up trains, I could actually just probably deal with the sulfur and slush locally. Nice. Thank you. That... I know you mentioned that it existed somewhere and at the time you didn't know how it worked, and then I've never looked into it more, but that search is so helpful. I bet there's stuff on this map that I've missed for, like, iron that's a little bit closer. There's stuff there. Ooh, actually, this is a good chance to check. My fake cryo planet. Oh yeah, my fake cryo planet doesn't exist because it doesn't even have it as a primary resource listed. Because it doesn't have any cryo despite being like super high potential resource. That search is so good. So without it, it is awful. Looking for tiny little patches of iron. Oh, my steel is bad, that's why. That's why it's taking so long just to get 200 ammo worth of steel. Probably shouldn't be using yellow belts anywhere anymore. Like, these should be replaced. Why is my steel so bad? Oh, because I'm restricting the, chest filling, so it's... Yep. Okay, turn that off. Don't need either of those anymore. 200 ammo. Both of those will take a long time to craft. While those craft, I have to pick up... I decided 200 turbines? 200 times 5.82 megawatts. 5.82 times... That's not right. 5.82 times 200 is 1.1 gigawatt max potential. It was 84, so it was actually 100 that I was going to bring, which is 58 megawatts, which is... Nope, not 58, 580. Yes, it was 100 that I was going to bring, just because of... I like nice numbers. I definitely forgot that it's 84. I was thinking of tanks, where I had 200 and that's the amount that I was going to bring. And then I'm bringing significantly more than that. I think I'm bringing 300 tanks instead of 200 to have extras. Okay. I mean, it mostly looks like I've got what I need. This stuff will have to craft, but that can be done. If I have everything, I could fly now, and it would be fine. These requesters, I thought I put these, oh, I'm in my inventory because... $3.2k iron requested? That doesn't seem right. Why would it not be able to supply 3.2k iron? Where's my iron chest? Do I not have an iron chest? Maybe I never connected it? But it should be. Oh, it was cutting off of here. Okay. That makes sense. Yes. I'm gonna cut down the amount of iron I'm bringing because that's gonna fill it up too much. Bring this down to 1500, which is 3000, which should be, yeah, okay. So The most important stuff to make sure that I have. I shouldn't die when I land because it's a... There's nothing saying it's harmful in any way. Ah, yes. Robots. I want to bring back of these and maybe 2 stacks of those and a stack of construction bots. I remember grabbing all the solar. I think I dumped it all in here. Yes, I dumped them in there. I should carry the fuel with me for now, just for safety. Okay, most important. I have... So, most important stuff. I have this, I have this, I have those. I have these. I think I have enough speeds, but that doesn't count them, so I'm going to grab some extras if I need them. I should have enough productivities because I'm not using many. I have 10 of those. I have 28 of these. Export from here. The launch pad, I have not planned where... Oh, I also got lost on this, but that's fine. The materials for this are fine. I never did lay out where the launch pad would go. I do have it in the rocket already, so that's fine. I just need to figure out where I want to put the rocket silo. The lazy place is right by this, but that will restrict it too much. That's a bad idea. I think I'll try to have it launch down. Have it launch here because that's probably not going to be used for crafting or anything, and it's under the most coverage. I could put it here. This is going to be crafting landfills. Landfills craft in assemblers. I have like 100 assemblers going. I thought, yes, I have 106. That will be fine. Okay, this is not requesting anything good. I could add some more rocket fuel, but I don't need it. Okay, this is gonna be control 3. Cryonite. I have the chemical plants. Oh, wait, I wanted to get some extra chemical plants. Just to have some for the actual oil setup. So I will request another 20 because I would rather have more than less. I have those. I could probably grab some more drills without problem. I got distracted. I still need to grab 50 construction bots. Build a couple extra of these. Couple extra stacks of those. Give a couple of those. I have the I have a spare space capsule in case it breaks when we crash land. I don't remember. I have extra sections just because I might as well have extras. They'll be needed there eventually anyway. I might not have enough rocket fuel to come back, but that should be produced on site. I have like 5 times, no, not 5 times. I have 3 times the fuel refineries I need. I have 5 times the oil refineries. I will have 49 chemical plants, which might not be enough. I mean, if I only need 2 oil refineries, it should be enough chemical plants for the oil to have 20. 10 pulverizers isn't enough. 24 is what I need for the main thing. 200, 320 electric drills is way more than enough. I could grab some extra assemblers. That wouldn't be too bad. Why is there no steel still? There's no steel still because it's still full. Is there any processed material that I should consider grabbing a bunch of? There's the extra chemical plants. Oh yeah, it's excess assemblers for the purpose. I need at least some assemblers for the sand conversion. I could maybe, I don't know if recyclers can do that, but they take up a lot of space. Unless I need to use it for this specific recipe? No, that's fine. Yeah. I could bring more pump jacks, but I definitely don't need more pump jacks. I would have missed an offshore pump, and then I would have crafted it, and it would have been fine. I would have missed offshore pumps, that's for sure. I would have very... That's not the best thing to forget, because that would be a funny thing to be stuck by. I have no spare pulverizers, but that should be fine. I have a bunch of steel and iron and copper. I have some stone. I don't know if I have both motor types. Yeah, it's a quick craft. It's just getting it into the assembler that would be the issue, which is not a real issue. Okay, I have a lot of those, that should be enough. I wish I could press one button to just sort this, but I can't. Like, I don't need the assemblers. I could take them out. I feel like... I might use them eventually. I don't know. It artificially inflates the space being used, which is not actually a good thing. These are really slow. What is the crafting speed on these? 30 seconds. Okay, this point defense will be very slow as well, so I probably should be fine. Ooh, yes, I should probably pre-craft centrifuges. Even if I actually am... I'm not sending any concrete right now. I'm gonna send a bit of... request a little bit of concrete. 1,000 concrete should be... Oh, that's times 2. 500 concrete. Because I can craft the centrifuges just fine when I'm there, but it's better to craft them here, I think. Centrifuge, processing units. I don't need any... The actual crafting of the fuel is easy. I have regular furnaces, and maybe I could bring in more industrials, but I probably don't need them. I need 10 and I'm bringing 40. That's significant overkill. I have some normal furnaces for if I need to cook stone for bricks. Heat shielding. 50 steel plates. Which is not going to get delivered, but... think I can always use more underground pipes. I definitely brought... That's about 5 stacks. Not a lot. It's a lot, but I could never have too many. Oh, it is crafting one time. Okay, it's just a coincidence. This will fill up with the concrete, which will take up 15 slots. I'll have some more. I could fill up with additional refined concrete just for coating the bits of the ground. Probably not a priority. And I won't have space anymore now. I wonder if there's an optimal... If the cargo rocket doesn't track items you're crafting, I wonder if there's an optimal recipe to cheat as many resources into your inventory as possible. Or if maybe you just can't enter if you're crafting or something, which would solve it. I just kind of wonder if there's like a full chain that you can craft by hand that has the greatest resource density. Yeah, I guess, yeah, you can just spam, spam, spam. Pick a slow one to start. Like, you set up a craft from nothing for, like, rocket cells are impossible. That's impossible. You'd have to have the concrete. It's not worth thinking about because it's not important. Centrifuges for the power. Currently, I'm bringing enough power that I'll be able to settle for a bit. This needs to be centrifuged. You'll have chests to go into. The iron needs to be smelted. It gets crafted. That's my fuel. This all runs here. I probably have to move that because the iron needs to be mined and it's going to be bad, but 200 steam buffer should be enough. 100 turbines is enough, more than enough. I'm going to move it now because it's going to bother me if I don't. So I think I have everything for the power. I keep forgetting to grab my construction bots that I don't have enough of. Oops, shift 1. Better. Yeah, I should stop shortly. I am bringing a lot. I'm bringing 5,000 express transport belts. That feels like it should be enough when combined with 200 undergrounds. I'm going to launch to space, land on a moon, and then that's where I will stop for today. So, you got here just as I was wrapping up. But you'll see the space launch and landing at least. Plus a few hundred of these in my inventory. Ditch that. So, very last step. This is full enough. I could put a little bit more in there, but honestly, not really necessary. I should leave my artillery turrets here. I don't need my life support. I have a bunch of these, I have some extras of those. It's not space efficient, but it's fine. I just need to grab these bots. And move these because these are in the wrong place. So, 50, 50, 100 construction bots, 100 logistics bots. Actually, I think I should grab a few extra roboports. I think that's the last thing I should grab. Fill the rest up with roboport. Which will be a little tedious because I filled up my inventory already, but... Okay, last 2 into there. Last 8 into my inventory. Into the ship. Going to Hagen. No destination. This is still crafting. This might be an issue once I get there. Everything's here. If I missed anything, that's too bad. I have these, I have those, and I have those. If I missed anything, I can fix it. Go. Took a little longer, but... Oh no, why are they doing that? Oh, because I don't have something controlling that. That's fine. For now. I should probably change that once I land. Okay, that's the expected mess. I really hate that mess. That is kind of the mandatory landing. Get all this out of my inventory first before I... Whoop. I change the bots. Just to be safe. That would have been good to save. Sadly, I'm Oh, I meant to do stuff with this to change the power supply. Oh well. It's not really going to be too consistent of an issue. It will be an issue, but... I'm just going to get all this inventory sorted and I'll stop for today. By sorted, I mean dumped into a chest. Yeah, as long as I don't go too far. I think the Odysseys will eventually become an issue, but... I mean, maybe I'm just confident. That can be my excuse. I'm confident that nothing bad will happen. Kind of wish the landings were done in a different way. I don't know. Like... You landed in a way that it didn't have to be all picked up like this. But you didn't recover your rocket parts. So like you still lost everything. All the rocket stuff, but... It just wasn't messy. I just don't like how messy it is. There must be some sort of neater way to land eventually. Because, like, if you have to eventually maybe have tens of planets, dozens of planets that you're trying to exploit for resources, which might not be the intended scale. Maybe you never... It's never, like, necessary to go that far. Having to do this on every new planet would be... tremendously annoying. Yeah, my power. I should have brought an RTG, whatever it's called. The other power source for this would have been better. But that's not the end of the world. Okay, yeah, as long as you can land softer eventually. I wonder if there's just a research about land. Nope. Rocket? Oh, maybe it's... Could it have something to do with spaceships? Can spaceships land nicely? With less clunk? I'm assuming it's not dictated by rocket survivability. That'll be nice. Having an eventual spaceship that can land and not be exploding. Yeah, the solar power is pretty bad here. It's like a single RTG or whatever it's called would be better. Would it be? This is 70, it's about 80 kilowatts. It has to be better. Good. It's only 4 times better, which isn't amazing. Ignore these robots now. Just let them suffer. Okay. Everything has landed. Now I just have to deal with my inventory next time. And put down solar power and everything. No night in space. Yeah, I think the solar is, for this context, the solar here in the thruster suit I think is better than the RTG pretty consistently. Which is kind of... On Novus it felt like it was probably better to just stick with it, which is kind of funny. Good, it's still robots. I was worried for a second there that somehow this was being attacked by biters, because I would not have been able to do anything about that. I also never made sure this got built. It did, but I never actually confirmed, so I'm glad it worked. Yeah, realizing that that was broken in some way after I left would have been a rude awakening. Yes, I was going to do it when I got back, but then I forgot entirely. Just turn off the output there. Like, most of this is fine to have in here. Some of it's unnecessary, but most of what's already here is not a problem, probably. was weird. But I will save. Just to check. Okay, yeah, I still have an autosave before I landed. But I made it here this weekend. Okay, well, I would say considering I also did core mining, I'm gonna say good progress. Not amazing, just good. Yeah, that's gonna be a problem. It's not gonna be the worst, at least. Like, building this manually isn't that bad. Building that manually will be annoying, but like, turning this off, building this section, letting this build up, letting the robots build that for me should be fine. Like, most of this is... Ooh, building the reactor manually will be a little annoying. But this main area won't be too bad to do manually. Actually, if I get the reactor set up, then I only need to manually set up Roboport. Because the power, once I have the reactor running, will be fine. Like, this is the biggest thing to build. And as long as I have this working... That didn't happen. I'll be fine. I just have a lot of garbage to locate. Yeah, this planet should go. I'm hoping it goes well. I can't think of a reason it won't. And I'm hoping... Oh yeah, it even kept the signals, thanks. I'm expecting this to be peaceful. Because I don't have to deal with biters and the like. It'll be a nice time to build without the threat of having to set up artillery to protect my base. Ooh, that's not right. Okay, I just copied it wrong. Good. That would be crazy to learn that one entire quarter of my reactor setup wasn't running properly. But I should stop, because if I don't stop, I will never stop. And sleep is important, and I'm bad at sleep. This will be fun to build, but yeah. Stop myself. It was a productive weekend. Oh, that was good. So yeah. I like what these science research things look like. They're kind of cool. Yeah. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for chatting. Thanks for watching. It was all a great time. I hope next week I should have Cryonite working at least on the planet. Whether I will have it shipping in any... Well, it's probably not going to be automated at all for a long time. It's probably not needed to be automated for a long time. But shipping in the research pack will be its own deal. But production at the very least will be done next week. So, have a nice night, day, week, etc. Bye-bye.